On what ground will the case of ZaldyCo, Mr. President, fall under these provisions? Does the DFA, for example, consider him as fugitive from justice within the meaning of Section 3, Paragraph J? That is someone who fled after being charged in court to avoid prosecution. Mr. President, considering the magnitude of Mr. ZaldyCo's expose, what is the participation of the DFA in ensuring the safety of ZaldyCo right from the cancellation of his passport, considering that there will be trillion of reasons why people would like him silenced? In Section 3 of Republic Act number 11983, Mr. President, fugitives from justice was defined as those who flee under the following circumstances. Number one, after conviction by a Philippine court to avoid punishment, or after being charged in a Philippine court to avoid prosecution. Did I quote the law correctly, Mr. President?
Mr. President, if I may respond, Majority Leader. Okay. Yes, to proceed, we are familiar with Section 10B of RA 11983, and the grounds for a passport's cancellation are well laid out, as mentioned by the gentleman from Plano.
And Mr. President, under Section 10, I think cancellation of passport was also mentioned.
Yes,
and there are circumstances, I think 5 circumstances under which a passport can be cancelled. Will that be correct?
Yes,
Mr.
that is
President?
correct. Upon court order, when there's a conviction, upon court order as fugitive from justice, a suspected terrorist, or when it was fraudulently acquired or returned to DFA by other government offices.
Upon orders of the court, when the holder is a fugitive from justice, is one of those circumstances, Mr. President.
Yes, that is correct. That's the second circumstance in the aforementioned section.
On what ground will the case of ZaldyCo, Mr. President, fall under these provisions? Does the DFA, for example, consider him as fugitive from justice within the meaning of Section 3, Paragraph J? That is someone who fled after being charged in court to avoid prosecution.
Yes, in theory, it would appear that the former congressman's case would fall squarely under this. However, the DFA explains that they are not yet in receipt of any such court order. Whereas, in fact, in the case of Attorney Harry Roque, as well as Cassandra Ong and the others involved in Pogo, an omnibus resolution issued by Pasig Branch 157 was already received by the DFA, and hence it has canceled the passports of 5 individuals involved in that case.
Mr. President, considering the magnitude of Mr. ZaldyCo's expose, he mentioned personages even in the higher echelon of government. The magnitude of corruption described in his expose, which came to the country in installments, is something I think it is mind-boggling. So if the passport of ZaldyCo is eventually cancelled, Mr. President, and is brought to justice, what is the participation of the DFA in ensuring the safety of ZaldyCo right from the cancellation of his passport, considering that there will be trillion of reasons why people would like him silenced, if I may say so.
Yes, it is clear to the Secretary that the safe passage and entry of Mr. Ko is beyond their jurisdiction. All they can do is act on the receipt of a court order, verify and evaluate said court order, issue the cancellation, notify the passport holder, and thereafter update all official databases that Mr. Ko is no longer a holder of a valid Philippine passport. As to his safety upon arrival in the Philippines, assuming that he does come back home, I think other authorities, such as perhaps the police as well as the DOJ, would have to take over po.
So that makes the obligation and the duty of the DFA very, very easy. Just to cancel the passport, just like that. And leave it to the police authorities to take care of ZaldyCo.
That is their understanding that upon the issuance of a cancellation directive and the passport being canceled within all DFA systems, they must notify the individual officially, and the holder may then appeal if the cancellation is administrative and not criminal, which is what it appears to be in this case. They may appeal to the DFA secretary. That seems to be the full extent of the DFA's function.
Let's say the passport of ZaldyCo is cancelled today. And from today until he is transported or deported to the country, nobody will assist him wherever he is now. So the short span, I think, is very important. Upon the cancellation of passport, what will what are the precautionary measures, or what are the things that the DFA might do in order to protect him while he is being transported to the country? Because even on that particular point in time, his life will be already in danger.
Yes, that's correct. Certainly a high-risk individual like the former congressman would require assistance. And being a Filipino citizen, the DFA is fully aware that we will have to notify foreign posts to extend as much assistance as they should to any other Filipino national. And the local authorities in that foreign post, even the local authorities here in the Philippines, to guarantee his safe passage until he comes home.
By declaring the safe passage of a person like ZaldyCo is one. But doing something in order that that declaration or that statement will find reality is another. Halimbawa po, the former president of the Philippines was arrested, temporarily confined in a military Villamor Air Base. And he was eventually turned over to the Netherlands, halfway around the planet. If the DFA is concerned about the citizens' right, paano nangyari yun? But that is a question later. I'm only trying to cite this one kasi sinasabi natin, you can make all the precautionary measures, all the protective measures you can think in the world. Pero ganun lang. So, pwede bang malaman namin ng may konting detalye ba tayo na mapangahawakan, like ano po ang ginagawa nyo usually sa ganitong sitwasyon? Ito lang siguro ang sitwasyon na very, very novel. Why? ZaldyCo is not now an ordinary fugitive. He happened to be the key to the unlocking of all these anomalies, the bigger anomalies associated with our flood control projects. This is, I think, the biggest anomaly in the history of our country. So hindi lang po ganun nasasabihin natin, inalis po natin yung Na-cancel na po yung passport ba? Pero ano po talaga ang gagawin? Bigyan nyo nga kami ng halimbawa. Kung ano yung mga precautionary measures just to make him, halimbawa, hindi lang yung ordinary diligence or ordinary protections you have in mind because we need to hear him. Marami siyang sinabi. And I think the Filipino people are waiting na ma-process natin lahat yung kanyang sinabi. Especially the personalities behind his expose. Alam natin, napakaraming taong interesado sa kanya. Yung mga taong binanggit niya. At hindi po pangkaraniwang tao yung mga yun. So hindi lamang po administrative na parang ganun lang kasimple. So we can now cancel the passport of ZaldyCo. If you understand, Mr. President.
That's right. Upon cancellation, as mentioned earlier, the DFA is duty-bound to inform the holder of that passport that he no longer carries a valid document. And thereafter, as they would for any other Filipino citizen, they must, to the extent of their office, be able to guarantee safe passage. Tulad nga ng sinabi ninyo, kakaibang testigo at passport holder si ZaldyCo at kinakailangan yung safe passage nga niya magarantiya. So unang-una, yung mga foreign posts sa kanyang pinanggalingan, kung Portugal man yan o Japan o kung saan man siya, sasabihan natin yung mga Philippine Embassy at konsulado doon. Ganon din yung konsulado doon, kinakailangan timbrehan din yung kapulisan at yung iba pang law enforcement agencies doon sa foreign country na yon. Pagkatapos noon, yung DFA aabisuhan rin sa paglapag dito sa Pilipinas. Yun ang tanging magagawa po nila.
Yun na lang ang tanging magagawa nila, Mr. President. Pero yung mga kalaban, na perceived na kalaban na binanggit niya sa kanyang expose, magagawa din nila Natakutin po yung inyong mga tatawagan. O maaaring susuhulan nila yung mga opisinang pagsasabihin niyo to protect ZaldyCo at all cost. Tama po ba yung aking iniisip na meron din silang kakayahan?
Maliwanag na higit ang kanilang kakayahan dahil mabibigat ang binitawan niya sa makapangyarihang mga tauhan at opisyal. Siguro ang maaari ring gawin ng DFA ay humingi sa mga foreign governments ng armed escorts or karagdagan na security dahil sila naman ang nandun at may kakayahan. Baka maaari rin siguro, maliban pa sa mga foreign postings natin, yung Philippine Embassy, yung konsulado, humingi na rin ng tulong dun sa mga law enforcement sa ibang dako.
Kaya po ba nilang gawin yun, Mr. President?
Kaya naman nilang gawin yon. Parati naman sila nakikisuyo kapag may gulo, kapag may aberya, kung may problema. At eto nga, yung issue ng fugitive, hindi ito magiging kauna-unahang pagkakataon na nasabihan yung foreign countries po.
Salamat po sa inyong optimism, Mr. President. Sana po ay mangyari yun. At si ZaldyCo ay malaya at walang kagalos-galos na makauwi sa ating bansa upang sa ganun ay maproseso ang lahat ng kanyang sasabihin at ang taong bayan po ay masatisfy sa lahat ng mga kaugnay na steps na gagawin upang sa ganun ay makamit po natin ang katarungan. Maging accountable po ang lahat ng mga taong binabanggit doon sa kanyang expose.